Hi, I'm Ada McClellan, and I'm someone who used to be really big on like what went in and out of my body and eating a vegetable like once a day. I'm also someone who used to be really big on rebranding myself every other month, so I use Pinterest a lot. And I have a board on Pinterest dedicated to food that I want to eat or want to make. This never comes to fruition, so I thought that I would challenge myself to kind of accomplish cooking what's on my Pinterest boards and also maybe getting an animal protein in by kind of trying to replicate what I see on Pinterest every once in a while and filming it with the limited space I have, limited funds I have, and limited time I have being a college student. Because we all know that what we see online is so hard to emulate, especially Pinterest perfect type of pictures. So I wanted to give a realistic insight on what it's like to actually save things to Pinterest and follow through. This was the most recent thing I pinned to my food board, so I thought we'd just try to make this. Okay, so here I am peeling the Japanese sweet potatoes and regular sweet potatoes because I've never tried a Japanese sweet potato before, but the fries in the photo look pretty light colored, so I was like, okay, let me try and pick a lighter potato, but I just like the taste of sweet potatoes more than regular potatoes, so I'm still doing a sweet potato. But I got the regular sweet potatoes in case I don't like the Japanese sweet potatoes. And as you can see, I'm trying to be a perfectionist. I'm trying to get this thing completely bald. Halfway through, I realize half of the fiber's in the skin, so I give up on getting them bald and just clean the areas with skin on them afterwards thoroughly. You'll see me do that in a minute here. I'm peeling these into a trash can in my living room. And here we go, potato number 2. And the peels were dropping onto the floor. I do pick them up. Each Japanese sweet potato was $1.29, so I had 2 for $2.58, it looks like. And the regular sweet potatoes were 99 cents. The Branzino were $12.99 for the pack, but 4 comes in the pack, and I only cooked 2 of those fillets. So, like I promised, I washed all 3 of the sweet potatoes thoroughly under cold and warm water, yada yada. I could not figure the camera out, but here we are. An angle that isn't just my breasts and stomach. I'm scrub-it-up-dubbing these and getting them ready for the chopping block. Oh, here's the chopping block. This was a precarious operation. I was not having a good time, and I did not pick the right knife for these. I have this sped up so much. That's how slow I was going. And people obviously are moving around my dorm because I live with like several other people. And and here's me cutting them up. Clearly, I've never cut a French fry before. These are the thickest fries I've ever seen, and they're a little bit short. I think they're just more like a chunk situation. This is where I low-key hit flow and like start making fries that look like fries because I cut it all the way the long way. And here we go. Yep, there we go, fries. And they're still super thick. Let's just pray. They're not even in the oven yet as I record this, so I don't know how these thickums fries are going to turn out. And here I was a little bit confused because I felt like they were kind of disproportionate, like one end was thicker than the other, so I start trying to make them thin and like actually look like fries. And here's the monstrosity that was the original sweet potato. I could not get this cut in half. I could not get it the long way. I picked the wrong knife. This is where I realized, oh my god, this is a tomato knife, not a potato knife. And the camera's falling. Everything is bad. I actually started and stopped the camera so that I could adjust the knife because I was like, if I cut my hand open with the knife stuck in the potato, I don't want that on video. And I actually didn't cut my hand open. I got it figured out, but it was at the expense of having fries that look like fries. I actually get so lazy and frustrated here that I had to sit crisscross to lock in. I'm cutting just squares. And also, the butts of the sweet potato that I cut earlier kept going onto the floor, and I know it looks unsanitary. I promise none of the actual fries touched the floor. And they're gonna cook anyway. IDGAF. And here I am, chop, chop, chop. Oh, look how lazy. I popped as many ice cubes as I could out of the dismal ice trays that we have in our refrigerator, put that in a bowl, realized the bowl was a little bit too small, but I submerged the fries anyway. Also, I am just looking back at the original photo, and there's some like green shit in there with the fries. It looks like some kind of cabbage or Brussels sprout situation. I'm so sorry. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, and here's me drying off the sweet potatoes. I did a pretty good job with this one. Came loose, I suppose, and here I am throwing it into the parchment paper because we didn't have a big enough tray for this. I am using what I usually use for brownies, so yeah. And my roommate kicked the camera over. Now I have oiled up the potatoes and I'm adding some seasoning. First we have some flaky salt, This was futile. I did not taste this. I had to add more.
There's a food scale in the middle drawer.
Okay.
And cups are probably in the first
Okay.
or second.
Oh, and some aglio
First
olio.
or second, we'll have
This is like an Italian type of seasoning, and now we go in with black pepper. I'm cracking barely any. Some dill. Oh, that's a lot of dill, but I liked it. And adobo, because I put adobo on everything, and that was actually delicious, and I wish I added more adobo because the spice was amazing. Here I am massaging. My hands got so oily. Okay, I did some off-screen mining, so here's what I did with the baking and the temperatures and stuff. I did 350 degrees for 8 minutes for the branzino, and that was still cooking once I had the potatoes ready to go in. So I did 5 minutes of the potatoes at 350, and then I took the fish out, keeping the sweet potatoes in there, turn the heat up on the sweet potatoes to 415, 15 minutes at 415, flip everything over, another 15 minutes at 415, and then my sweet mate and her friend are making banana bread, so the oven goes back to 350, 5 more minutes at 350, because I layered all the potatoes on top of each other. They're gonna need extra time because the dish was not an ideal dish. But once this is out of the oven, it's time to eat. It's like 10 p.m. now, and I haven't really eaten anything except for plums since 8, so I'm ready. It's time to eat this. Here's your close-up. Wow, looks amazing. Okay, here's me eating the fish. It was okay. Now on to the next sweet potato. Ooh, a little underdone. And another sweet potato for good measure. Ooh, this one was a little bit better. Overall, it was pretty good. Some of the potatoes are a little underdone. Everything else was good. I would not say that everything else was good. The fish was just like okay. But I mean, it's just like a frozen fillet. And honestly, for what I was working with, this is beautiful.